Hello everybody, welcome. I'm so excited to talk to you guys about this topic today because it is something that is near and dear to my heart. After delivering two babies, non-oily, I was blessed enough to start using Young Living essential oils when Aubrey was 3 months old. So from then on out, I have been loving and experimenting and using oils. We thought our family was done, and then Sailor and Corinne were on the way. And I experienced a whole lot with that pregnancy and delivery that I had not been planning for or expecting. So I started dabbling in how to take care of my body a little bit better. And then, of course, with postpartum delivery and baby, I was really starting to use oils and saw a dramatic difference in the way that I felt overall, how I healed, how she was using Young Living products with this delivery, even though it was a very sad circumstance for the most part, versus my healthy pregnancies before. And now carrying this baby, sorry, I have fuzz floating, carrying this baby for my friends. This is my fourth pregnancy that we will carry to term. I have 5 angel babies, but this is my 4th pregnancy carrying to term. And I am really seeing a huge difference in how I feel overall. Even though I'm 28 weeks pregnant, I actually feel a whole lot better than I even did not being pregnant because I wasn't taking as much initiative with my health overall. So with this video, I'm going to be talking a lot about my experience because I was blessed enough to deliver babies with midwives for 4 years and I absolutely loved it and I cannot wait. Hopefully one day I'll get back to that. But also my personal experience and then the stories that I've heard from other midwives along with this book. It's Gentle Babies by Debrah Raybern. She's actually one of our upline Young Living leadership mentors in our team, which is awesome. First, she was a master herbalist, and then she was looking for complementary modalities for her patients in her clinic, and she learned a lot about essential oils and aromatherapy, and so of course she was really looking into who had the highest quality of essential oils on the market, who did the most research, who was really putting their heart and soul into essential oils, knowledge, education, growing, proper distillation, all of that, and not just looking for, the bottom line. So she really fell in love with Young Living, and so she has been using and promoting that as well as her master herbalist in naturopathy, and she has worked a lot with moms and babies and birthing them. So this is just a phenomenal resource of a book. This was actually the first book that I read about essential oils at all. It looked much different back then because it was like a little paper booklet that was like the size of a note card. Excuse me. And I read it in an hour. I just divulged everything that I could out of that book. So this is actually the 10th edition. So there's a lot of really great information that's extra in this book. She really dives into herbs as well as nutrition, which is fantastic. It's not just essential oils because we're not just going to use one thing, right? We need to be multifaceted in our health approach so that we can live our best life and have the most vitality and be the healthiest that we can. So if you want to get this book, which you should, it is available at growinghealthyhomes.com. That's our upline publishing company from Max and Karen Hopkins. So they publish a lot of fantastic materials, and it's really cool because we get to actually learn from these wonderful people personally. So first, what I want to touch on is pre-pregnancy, getting your body ready, because sometimes we don't plan on it and God just goes, surprise, here's a bundle of joy coming your way. But for a lot of us, we really have to work on our bodies to be ready and capable and able to carry healthy babies to term. Again, I have 5 angel babies, and most of them, all except for one, was before Young Living. And the other one was a chromosomal thing, which is very sad, but there's not a whole lot I could do about that. So I will be a testament to say that taking care of yourself makes a huge difference in the outcomes of your pregnancies. So that's the first thing that I really want to talk to you guys about is really preparing your body for pregnancy. Okay, and you'll see that there's a lot of essential oils on the market, but when I'm talking today, I'm only going to be talking about Young Living essential oils because of my personal research, and I implore you to be your best healthcare advocate with that. I mean, you guys are watching this video because you want to learn more, right? So definitely don't do yourself a disservice. Do as much research as possible when deciding which oil company is right for you. And in our Facebook group, underneath the file section, you can look for 12 questions to ask for every essential oil company. What are essential oils, things to look for? There's a ton of resources for you guys to be able to know the questions to ask and what to look for, because I was completely a novice with anything natural at all when I first started dabbling into essential oils. So I wanted to make sure that I was learning properly, and then I wanted to gift that to you guys as well. So I wanted to start off with a little bit of a wake-up call, because I was like, the baby, it's got the placenta and it's a great sieve, like nothing that I'm doing besides, nutritional stuff is going to affect the baby. And that's absolutely not true. In 2004, they actually did a study, and it was spurred on by the Environmental Working Group. There was 2 major laboratories that tested the umbilical cord blood of children in the United States in the hospitals. And these were the results. These are shocking. So it says out of the 287 chemicals we detected in the cord blood, we know that 180 of them cause cancer in humans or animals, 217 are toxic to the brain and nervous system, and 208 cause birth defects or abnormal development in animal tests. That's crazy. So if you're pregnant or even thinking about it, number one thing to do is to start cleaning out your personal products, in your house. Now, I have tried a lot of different products, trying to find the best bang for my buck, the best concentration, the best overall feel, and the company that I felt the safest with. I've tried the Honest, I've tried all the Green Works, I've tried all of those, and they felt very diluted to me, and I didn't really feel very clean. And I was just like, those just weren't my favorite things. And then you come out with lawsuits because they're not as green as they think they are, or they claim to be. There's lots of greenwashing. So you've got to be able to trust the company that you're getting your products from. And again, I 100% trust Young Living because of their seed to seal process. It goes with all of their products, not just essential oils. And what I really love too is that as you use up like a shampoo and a conditioner, you can switch to a healthier product, because as you're washing your hair, that warm water is actually opening up all the pores in your skin. So whatever's in your shampoo and conditioner or hair products is going directly into your body. So I like that we do have all those options as well with Young Living, because there's over 600 products. So it's super easy just to order all of my personal care products and have them shipped to my door. And what's really nice is that a lot of them last 3 or 4 months because they're so concentrated. I dilute the shampoo and conditioner by thirds. Like I just save bottles, and I'll do like half conditioner and half water, or half shampoo and half water. And it is still very, very, very concentrated. We have very thick, crazy hair in our family. I even have purple in mine, so it's nice because it's not going to affect the color that you use in your hair. It's very gentle. If you get it in your eyes, you're not going to get a chemical burn, because that's happened to one of my kids before. I knew better. So it's nice that we have that option with Young Living. So ridding your home of the harmful chemicals and toxins can seem very overwhelming. But what we just did was called the ditch and switch. Yes, I wanted to get rid of all of my products at once. I mean, toothpaste, it says if you swallow it to call poison control, really? Like sublingually under our tongues is one of the fastest ways into your bloodstream. So you're gaining all of that. So I started reading this book, the very first Gentle Babies that I opened, and I was reading all this about toxins in your home, and I was like, what? And I started flipping over and reading labels and freaking out, because I was like, well, what's that? Well, what's that? What's really cool is that Skin Deep and the Environmental Working Group have free apps where you can actually scan the barcodes of your home care products, and it will tell you and rate how safe it is for your endocrine system, your neurological system, for allergies, all of those things. So I started looking up the ingredients or scanning, and I was like, oh my gosh, this stuff is so bad. But it's just what we got because that's what my mom got. And you know what I mean? Like, you just go to Target and you shop, or Wally World. So I didn't know what I didn't know. But as moms, we are the safeguards to our house. We usually are the ones that are shopping. Even if Amazon's delivering it, we're the one that's deciding what to bring into our home. So getting the toxins out of your house is huge. And it's not an added expense. I just transfer buy. So instead of going to Target or Walmart, I buy my products at Young Living and actually save a lot of money, because I know, especially with the greener products that we were trying to use, local bot store, like the mega stores, we were using 5 and 6 and 7 pumps, trying to lather and to feel like we were clean. And that's not the case with the Young Living products because of the concentration and the purity. And there's also essential oils in it, which is fantastic. So first and foremost, really work on trying to make your house the cleanest, safest environment as possible, because the products that you put on your body, your deodorant, your toothpaste, your shampoo, conditioner, body lotion, all of that is getting transported to that precious little baby that you're growing. So we want to make sure that you don't have those toxins on board, or at least you stop the toxin exposure so you can decrease your overall toxin load while you're carrying this baby. And then 2, when the baby's born, their skin is 10 times thinner than ours. So we really have to make sure that we are using the cleanest products that we can find for our precious little ones. A lot of us have to try really hard to get our babies here. So we want to put them in a bubble and bubble wrap them. Bubble wrap all of them as soon as they come out. And a lot of us were doing unknown harm, because we didn't know what was in the product. So definitely getting rid of the toxins in our products should be number 1. And then it's nice when you can use essential oils to it as well, because I don't know about y'all, but the Calm Seedlings line of baby stuff, we even use it on our big kids because they need it. Now I will say that Young Living has lots of options, especially with shampoos and conditioners. So you might be like, oh my gosh, I don't even know. Ask a friend that's using them and see what they like. We personally really love the Lavender Volume shampoo and the Copaiba conditioner, or the Seedlings. We like all of those. I like Dragon Time body wash because, yes, that's made for the dragon time of our life. So there's lots of different options out there. Okay, and then next, so we want to make sure we're getting the toxins out of our home. What kind of supplements do we want to take on a daily basis, and what does our nutrition need to be preparing for pregnancy and then getting ready for pregnancy and then during pregnancy? Number 1, water is huge. We're supposed to be drinking half of our body weight in water a day, not pregnant, not sweating, not being hot, all of those things. So really beefing up your water intake can be a great thing, and you'll start to feel better overall even before you realize what you're doing just by adding water. And then next, really making sure that you have a fantastic multivitamin. So I really love the master formula from Young Living because it's actually food-based, and it's one of the most bioidentical ones that you can buy on the market at all. So you're able to absorb it a whole lot better. I like that it's got a green supplement in it and also has some probiotics and prebiotics in it. It's like 4 supplements in one. So for the price, that's way cheaper than buying all 4 of those supplements separate. And it's nice because hopefully you'll be able to get pregnant soon. It's one little easy sachet and you just take it and you're good to go for your day. If you are someone that does not get the best variety of vegetables in your diet, another fantastic option to add on top of the master formula is multigreens. And multigreens is phenomenal, number 1, because it really helps with energy and it helps with BO. Side note, I don't have hardly any BO when I take it. And if I don't take it, after like 3-4 days, I'm like, oh, who is stinking? Oh, that's me. Just kidding. Sorry. So it's great for energy. It's great for that. And it's also really good because it's got Melissa oil in it. And you're watching this video because, of course, you're already in Young Living. You need to bust out your pocket reference guide and read what Melissa oil can do for you. What's phenomenal about the Young Living supplements is that there are essential oils in the supplements, and the supplements are food derived, and they're the most natural version of all of the vitamins and minerals macronutrients and micronutrients available. So we're getting a big bang for our buck. We're not flushing a lot of what we're taking in, because again, like, we're wanting to build up our bodies as much as possible because we're growing these amazing little humans. Those babies are going to get what they need. So what happens is that our reserves in our bodies are completely depleted. I got a crush injury to my foot at like 23 because my bones were so thin that they were brittle. Really, really, really brittle. And they told me I had radioplastic osteopenia after delivering Aubrey because I was not supporting myself the way that I should have, and my bones took a hit. So with that fun fact, at 3 weeks old with Aubrey and a toddler, I got a smack in the face that I really was not taking care of myself well. And she was very, very, very colicky, and it took a long time for her teeth to grow in. There was all kinds of stuff. So it's not just about us. It's also about those babies that we are growing, and we want them to be as strong as possible. So adding in the multigreens is great because not all of us eat the best. We don't, especially in the first trimester. So if you can get more nutrients in a small little pill, why not? So it's very, very bioidentical and bioavailable to us. So multigreens is a fantastic supplement. And if you guys know me well, you've heard the crush injury story before. I was able, with Ningxia Red and Mega Cal and Mineral Essence, my bones are completely normal and happy and fine now. Thank goodness. But it was a scary time. So I have been taking vitamins, not as many, but I have been taking some. And they were supposed to be the top shelf, but they obviously weren't. And I can tell a big difference with taking young vitamins versus just the best of the best that I could find at a local store. So again, do your research. So we talked about the master formula. We also talked about multigreens. Another great supplement, oh my goodness, it's so good, is Super B. Super B. We really need B vitamins in our life. And what's nice is this is a full spectrum of all of the B vitamins. And I can tell a huge difference. I did not slow down this first trimester at all. And I have 4 kids. Sailor's 18 months old now that I'm 28 weeks pregnant. So I did not have a choice. I was working more than full-time hours, and I was able to stay on it because of the supplements that I was taking. I still take those. If I wake up extra tired, instead of taking 2 Super Bs, I take 4. It's a water-soluble vitamin. I'm just going to tinkle out what I don't need, right? So it's nice because we've got things that will build up our body instead of just depleting our body, because caffeine's not the best thing for you, especially depending on the source of caffeine that you're getting. So it's nice that we can use vitamins and minerals that are going to build up our body to give us that energy. And then Ningxia Red. If people say, what is the one supplement that I need to take pregnant? I will say Ningxia Red 150% of the time. Even if you're not taking a multivitamin, which you should. You should totally take a multivitamin. But if there's one thing in your life that you take when you are preparing to get pregnant, and during pregnancy and postpartum, it is Ningxia Red. I have seen in the same mom delivering a baby, her placenta, the umbilical cord with the wort jelly, all that stuff, her milk supply, with no oils and no Ningxia in her life, and the same woman coming back for another birth, and this time she's drank Ningxia and her placenta is twice as big, twice as thick, and that wort jelly is just huge. Those are the healthiest placentas ever when a mom is on Ningxia Red. And I would say a minimum of 2 ounces a day. I like to have 4 to 6 ounces a day when I'm pregnant. It is a powerhouse of nutrition, including B vitamins. So again, you can get extra if you need it with the Super B, but it's got potassium and calcium, minerals, vitamins, got some protein in it because half the bottle is actual berry puree, and it has one of the highest antioxidant levels, actually the highest antioxidant level on the market, period, the end. So it's helping to rebuild your body continuously, and it's also helping us to get rid of the stuff that we don't need in our body. So number 1, Ningxia Red. Ningxia Red. The master formula. And if you need some Super Bs and some what was I gonna say? I need some oils. And let's see. Super B, master formula. Oh, and multigreens. And if you need those, great. But that is a huge thing, is Ningxia Red for sure, 100%. And the cheapest way to get it with Young Living, because I'm like, how can I get the biggest bang for my buck, is on the Ningxia Red It's Essential Reward Kit. You get 2 bottles, you get the packets, because the packets are so nice, and you get the nitro. Nitros and Super Bee and Zing are like my trio of happiness, pregnant for energy, and really anytime, but especially when I am pregnant. So, side note for energy, Super Bees are great. The Ningxia Zing is fantastic because it's a natural source of energy. It's got white tea in it. So you're getting some energy from some caffeine, but it's a very healthy form of caffeine. And then the Ningxia Nitros, those little bitty like shots, it's made for mental alertness, mental acuity, all of those things. Hello, baby brain. I was just huffing some Harmony, or not Harmony. I did huff Harmony. This is clarity. Obviously, I need some more. But use these amazing tools that we have. We do not have to suffer through pregnancy. Oh my goodness. My pregnancies now, even though I am a decade older, so much better than without oils and Young Living products. So, building up our body. Ningxia Red, number 1, for sure. Let me see real quick. Oh, and then another side note that I wanted to mention was mineral essence. Because I was actually really looking into this when Sailor was born, because she was very, very colicky. I'm like, what is going on? I'm taking Ningxia, I'm doing this, I'm doing my Super Bees, I'm doing my greens. Where is this coming from? And I was actually reading a study that was saying moms that experience adrenal fatigue and lack of minerals during their pregnancy have babies that are born in adrenal fatigue with mineral deficiencies, and then they're colicky because they're stuck in the fight part of the fight or flight. And I was like, what? Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. So she started getting better when we started putting mineral essence on the back of her legs, and when I started taking it while nursing her. Still, it did not fix overnight, because adrenal fatigue is something that does not happen overnight, so you can't fix it overnight. But taking a mineral supplement is a phenomenal way to build yourself up when you're pregnant, to make sure that your adrenal glands do not crash out on you because you're pregnant. Guess what? Your body's under some stress. And then 2, there's a very strong correlation between mineral deficiencies and panic attacks and anxiety, because again, you're in adrenal fatigue. So just look up adrenal fatigue in your handy pocket reference book or your desk reference book. Really look into that, because there are so many keys to how we support our bodies, how those babies come out. I don't want to be mineral deficient and have a baby that is born in adrenal fatigue as well and be super colicky. Or what about enzymes? We all know that our bodies become very sluggish and we become very constipated and just bloated and not feeling the best when we're pregnant. So guess what? Enzymes really help not only to digest and utilize our food better, but if we can lighten that load on our guts, our brain works better, because our gut is our second brain. They've actually found studies that correlated deficiencies in enzymes in the mother during pregnancy and attention deficit issues and, squirrel brain with kiddos later in life. So really building up your body makes a huge difference. Huge. And again, this is not to scare you. I just want you guys, I want to pass on the knowledge that I have had digging for the truth to try to fix my little family, because we're all hot messes. It's fine. Okay, so we talked about Master Formula, we talked about multigreens, talked about Ningxia. Oh my goodness, yes. And then we've talked about the enzymes, which is huge. I wanted to share something super fun. If you're starting to have, the aches and pains, especially in the 3rd trimester, because relaxin is a big deal. It's relaxing everything, especially your hips, getting ready for delivery. You don't want to be having to pop like a Tylenol or something every day. You don't want to. Copaiba is a great, very gentle oil that you can use if it's the Copaiba Vitality underneath your tongue, because it really helps with overall stiffness of joints and things like that, because inflammation is what causes pain, and pain is just not fun to deal with. But also BLM. BLM is a fantastic supplement. It is targeted to support your bones, ligaments, and muscles. I take that, and then I take a Super Cal, and I do not have the aches and pains in the slow-moving horribleness of 3rd trimester. And then again, too, you're wanting to build up and support all of that because guess what? Your body's about to go through a marathon that is birth. And then you have to heal from that. Oh, and by the way, you're also supposed to be making all the food source for a little tiny human at the same time. So taking care of ourselves is huge. If there's ever a time in your life when you indulge in yourself, this is the time to do it. And then, so the probiotics and prebiotics are also a fantastic thing because our guts slow down a lot during pregnancy. So Life 9 is a phenomenal option. I've looked at a lot of different probiotics and prebiotics. One, a lot of them are antagonistic strands of bacteria in the same capsule, so they're not building themselves up in your gut. You want to make a very happy, flora, healthy area for your gut. One, because yeast infections in pregnancy are not fun and they're very common, gross, nobody wants that. And two, our guts house like 90% of our immune system. So we want to make sure that our guts are really, really supported. So Life 9 is a phenomenal option as well as a great probiotic and prebiotic because it's self-sustaining in our gut. So like when I'm pregnant, I'll take it once a day or even twice a day if I'm having some issues. But when we're not pregnant, because I feel like the whole family deals with me when I'm pregnant, but when I'm not pregnant, I'll take it like a whole bottle as like a loading dose, and then I'll just do maintenance if I need it. So again, it's up to you. I want you to be your best healthcare advocate and go through and learn about this information and then see what's best for you. Also, there's 2 more things and you don't have to take all of these every day. I just want you guys to know from a birth worker standpoint and also a lady that has delivered lots of babies what has worked for me, and then you can decide what would be best for you. But the second to last thing I want to talk to you guys about is longevity capsules. It is a phenomenal capsule because it's great for your cardiovascular system, and I love it because I'm still working full-time. And by the end of the day, my shoes are super tight and my legs are super tight and achy, and I'm just like, I can't breathe. Going up the stairs, that's a no-go. I've only gained 9 pounds this pregnancy, which is awesome. Normally I gain on average about 75 to 80 pounds a pregnancy. I'm more than halfway through and I've only gained 9. Sleek oil is awesome. That's a side note. You should go look that up. But I was really experiencing some leg discomfort by the end of the day. And so I busted out my Gentle Babies book and I was like, there's gotta be something in here that I can use. And longevity capsules help a whole bunch with a cardiovascular system. So there's tons of testimonies in here talking about how ladies didn't have swelling anymore in their legs thanks to taking this oil. And I have even made a little salve up that I will put on my legs that's got cypress in it, because cypress is another fantastic oil for our cardiovascular system that really helps with lymph drainage. So it's so nice because we don't have to suffer. Get this book. It will make your life so much better. And 2, this does not mean that you have to spend like $400 a month on supplements. I don't. What's nice is that I do have an essential oils order because I always get my Ningxia, and I rotate through with the supplements that I'm needing to get to make it more economical for our family. Talk about Zing. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to talk about is Endoflex. Endoflex is an essential oil blend made to support your endocrine system, all of it. So I really like it because it helps to stabilize my mood and I don't have the crazy pregnancy lady tendencies as much. If I don't take it, my honey will just put it on my nightstand and like slide it towards me like, here, you need this. So now we've got 2 prepubescents in our family, and we have 1 in terrible 2s, and we have a pregnant lady. So guess what? We're all getting Endoflex because we all need extra support of our endocrine system. I love to put it on the back of my neck, over my adrenal glands, because again, I want to make sure that I am supporting my body so that I do not end up in adrenal fatigue again at the end of pregnancy or have a baby that is delivered that is in adrenal fatigue. So many things, so bad. Okay, we talked about digestive enzymes. There's so much I wanted to talk to you guys about. This is supposed to be a short class, but it's not. Okay, a couple of other things. If you are pregnant, you need Clariderm in your life. Clariderm is a spray. So we've talked about the nutritional side of it, and we've talked a little bit about the emotional side. We'll dive into that some more in just a second. But Clariderm spray, Gary actually developed for Mary, which is his wife. During pregnancy, I love to spray it on my belly because it helps with the itchies and it helps to prevent stretch marks. It's also phenomenal if you already have some stretch marks from a previous pregnancy, really helping those to go away and not be as noticeable. But it is for the hoo-ha. Yes, I for sure just said that. And yes, I'm going to for sure post this to YouTube. So I'm just going to go out there and be bold. So this is a spray that you literally spray down there. We normally recommend to our birthing clients between like 34 and 35 weeks to start to use that nightly and to do a gentle massage because it helps everything to stretch and then come back. Yay! And heal so much faster than normal. I had to have a 2nd degree episiotomy because Allie was not going to come out at 8'4", and it took me forever to heal. Forever to heal. My poor husband, forever to heal. And I was super uncomfortable, and it was just a bad experience. And then with Aubrey, I was not oily yet. Remember, we started oils when she was 3 months old. I was doing a lot of the massage pre-delivery, and we used mineral oil to try to help with her delivery, but then I tore up so bad. It was not fun. It was so bad. And then with Sailor came out, she was 6'7", and then they had to go and manually extract Corinne, which was her sister. She passed away at 18 weeks because she had Turner syndrome. So she was at the top of my fundus, which is the top of my uterus, and she was not detaching with her placenta because they were in separate sacs, thank goodness. So her sweet little body, even though her spirit is in heaven, her body was still there. So I delivered Sailor, and then my doctor had to go and manually extract Corinne. Yes, she went up to her elbow. I swear it was horrible. But I did not tear at all. I did not need stitches. I did not need anything. And I bounced back so fast with the twins. And that is the one that was the very first one that I had to use Clariderm spray on. And 2, it's also fantastic all the time for waxing and shaving. It helps with red bumps. Like, Clariderm spray is a shiznit. You need some in your life. So that's my plug on that. And then one other thing I'll say is that we've talked about nutritional stuff and we've talked about that. So let's really get into the emotional side of pregnancy. Getting pregnant, it can be so stressful, so stressful. I can attest to that because trying to get pregnant with Allie and Aubrey was so stressful that it took 4 years because it was finally to the point where I'd be so stressed, trying to do everything I could at that time to have these babies. Nothing was happening. I'd finally give up, not care anymore, and get pregnant. And you hear stories about that all the time, but it's for real what happens. For real what happens, because the stress response on the female reproductive system and on our eggs is makes a little barrier around your egg, and it's like, nope, not this month. Y'all need to go somewhere else. We are not getting fertilized. So stress is huge for you. Inner Harmony is a phenomenal essential oil blend. Oh, stress away, peace and calming, valor, present time. There are so many amazing oils that Young Living has. Start using them. Rose. Oh my goodness. Yes, it is super expensive, but I swear, I have a friend. We just instantly connected. Catherine and I are like soul sisters. And I had a 10 ml roller bottle that I had made of rose, and it had 10 drops in it, and I gave it to her, and within 2 months she was pregnant. And I was like, praise Jesus, it worked. And she tells everybody, man, it was that rose oil. Got him here. It was awesome because they were really on the struggle bus with fertility, and I could tell. And I was like, you know what? Here, take this, because emotions cause so much havoc in our life. Let's use tools that God's given us in essential oils to help with our emotions, because when you breathe in an essential oil, it goes straight to the limbic system of your brain, which is your emotional center, and it is the fastest acting sense that we have, and it instantly works on our emotions. So use your oils, use your diffuser, put them on you. So much help, right? And then 2, in the delivery room, this book is amazing because it's got delivery room blends for labor. It's got great things that will help halt early labor, help labor to spur on once it has started, help to really give you that valor that you need when you're delivering a baby. And this is not just for those of us that are crazy, that like to deliver babies or are forced to deliver babies without medication. It doesn't matter if you have an epidural. You still want to create that loving, bonding environment for you and your spouse, your birthing team, and for when that little baby comes in. There is one thing I will say, I have so many tips, is that myrrh on the umbilical cord before it's cut helps to break generational curses. That's very biblical. You can look it up. But I know that I have enough junk. I don't really want to be passing that on to our children. And then also too, we were talking about Clariderm spray to really help the mama's hoo-ha area to expand and contract and come back with minimal tearing. Also too, if you have a birthing team, hopefully you have a doula. Everybody in the whole world needs a doula. A fantastic thing that you can do if you're planning on a vaginal delivery is getting a crock pot on low, very, very low, and steeping fresh ginger, and then making hot compresses for your hoo-ha with the fresh ginger, because that also helps the tissue to be very pliable down there and to minimize the stretching and the tears and the abrasions and all of that stuff. So fresh ginger down there is fantastic. And again, like, you want it to be warm to the touch, but not too warm, because then you're going to put it down there and it's like, bad. Okay, let me make sure I have not missed anything. Oh, one thing I did want to say about pre-pregnancy, this is a fun little tidbit that I was learning in all of my studies with my midwives and my doulas that are awesome, is that on twins, this is a fun fact, adding generous amounts of sweet potatoes or yams to the diet might be the answer. Professor Percy Naylander of the University of, I don't know, somewhere in Nigeria, can't pronounce it, has done extensive studies on the native Debrah tribe, who have the highest rate of double births in the world. It was discovered that their diet is extremely high in yams or sweet potatoes. In fact, the fact is, that more women conceive with twins who live in areas where yams are a major component of their diet. Women who are producing prolactin and breastfeeding are more likely to conceive twins. So that's very interesting. What I love is a supplement called Progestin Plus that gives us our progesterone by wild yam extract. You can just take that and run with it wherever you want. So I thought that was very interesting. Progestin Plus is a phenomenal oil. It's actually in the supplement area when you're going to order on youngliving.com, because it is what we use for progesterone. I love it. Transdermally on your arm. It's fantastic. Especially postpartum, because hormones. You get rid of all of them with the delivery of your placenta. You got to rebuild. Start from scratch, zero zilch after that baby. And that's why, like, baby blues suck so bad, right? So adding Progestin Plus is a phenomenal option. Again, the Endoflex that you used all throughout pregnancy to help to support your endocrine system and your emotional well-being is something big. Joy, present time. There's so many things that you can do to really help and support your body during that time so that we don't have baby blues, because that's not fun. We need to be loving and enjoying our sweet little baby bundle, not in the depths of despair, because I for sure had that with Allie and that was not fun. But I haven't had it with any of my other babies. Yay! So I will be using the Progestin Plus like nobody's business. So this again was supposed to be short. It wasn't, because I just have a whole lot that I want to visit with you guys about. Even like red raspberry leaf. That's a phenomenal uterine tonic that you can take before pregnancy or during pregnancy, depending on your trimester, that really helps to support the uterine muscle. And then Alkaline is a supplement from Young Living that was a specific muscle recovery supplement. And muscle recovery does not mean like from like the gym rats that are bodybuilding all the time. Your uterus is a huge muscle. Are you Braxton Hicks contracting? Yes. Use it. Are you gonna labor a baby? Use it. So that is a phenomenal supplement for you to use. Overall, there are so many great things in this Gentle Babies book. I highly recommend you getting it, The 10th edition is very thick. It goes over all the herbs that are safe, oils. When you look up like a symptom or something that you want to look up, you have recommendations for baby, you have recommendations for pregnant or nursing moms, and then it goes into children. And it's so nice because it's really, really broken down by the category of person that you're looking to help in this book from a lady with a lot of experience. So grab you one, become your best advocate. And what's amazing is that in our awesome tribe, we've got birth workers, we've got doulas, we've got midwives, we've got postpartum doulas. Hello, this is so awesome. So if you have questions, definitely comment on this thread below and say, hey, I would love to comment with this type of person. And we will connect you guys, because getting pregnant, for those of us that have problems, even if you don't have problems, getting pregnant is a huge deal. Supporting your body throughout pregnancy, even bigger of a deal. And then postpartum, you got to bounce back. You don't get to just relax. Most cultures take way better care of their mommies and their daddies postpartum than America does. We don't. We've got to be able to bounce back and support our bodies with the recovery systems of that. And then also, hopefully, if you're wanting to nurse this precious little baby and take care of this baby. So know that there are a lot of holistic health options that you have. And this is a great tool to be able to use that with great diet, sleep, water, all the things. So I hope that you found this video very helpful, and share it to friends that you know are in one of these stages of life. And I will be doing a gentle babies class, part 2. So it's talking a lot about the actual issues that we deal with during pregnancy and with babies in the coming future. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Go outside, enjoy some sunshine, and be blessed.